From the very beginning of the film, when questioned by King Arthur, Gawain admits that he has nothing remarkable to say about his life. He has accomplished no great deed, no adventures worthy of the Knights of the Round Table. The queen then advised him not to waste his youth and to be more enterprising if he ever hopes to resemble to other knights. It is at that moment that a strange knight with a vegetal appearance appears, the Green Knight. He proposes a singular bargain, a duel, but accordingly to very specific rules. Gawain must strike him with a bladed weapon on the condition that 1 year and 1 day later he must receive the same blow in return. Gawain seizes this unexpected opportunity to prove his worth. He cuts off the Green Knight's head, but to everyone's astonishment, the creature picks up its severed head, still alive, and reminds Gawain of his promise. In 1 year and 1 day he must come and receive the retaliatory blow. A year passes. King Arthur urges Gawain to honor his word. Fairness demands it. At first, terrified, Gawain refuses. Then, finally, he accepts his fate. Before his departure, his mother gives him an enchanted belt and assures him that as long as he wears it around his waist, it will be impossible for him to die. Gawain sets out in search of the Green Knight's dwelling. On his journey, three major trials await him. First, through trickery, a group of young ruffians strips him of almost all his belongings and leaves him tied up in a heart of the forest. But Gawain manages to free himself and continues on his way, humiliated but alive. Next, he encounters the ghost of a woman who was violently murdered. She asks him to retrieve her skull thrown to the bottom of a river. She specifies that out of courtesy, Gawain must ask for nothing in return. He complies without expecting any reward. Finally, exhausted and in a pitiful state, Gawain is rescued by a lord who welcomes him into his castle. There, the lord's wife attempts to seduce him. Gawain rejects her advances, stating that such love cannot exist because she's married. He leaves the castle and continues his journey. As he nears the Green Knight's dwelling, one final obstacle appears, a fox speaking with a human voice. It tries to dissuade Gawain from going any further. What awaits him, it says, is nothing but death. But Gawain does not waver. He declares that he wishes to go through with it. He finally reaches the Green Knight dwelling. a kind of ruined church. The knight prepares to deliver the fatal blow. 3 times Gawain begs to be spared. The creature is surprised by this fear. Gawain came of his own accord to receive the blow as fairness requires. Then, before Gawain's eyes, his future life unfolds. He sees the birth of his children, the death of his son in war, his accession to the throne, the revolt of the people, and finally his downfall. Besieged in his own castle, abandoned, defeated. After this vision, Gawain makes a radical decision. He removes the enchanted belt his mother had given him. He lifts his eyes to the Green Knight and asks him to cut off his head. Analysis and commentary. I have read online that the main theme of the film is man's struggle against fear. This interpretation seems entirely valid to me. But more broadly, the film also tells the story of a young man's coming of age through Gawain's initiatory journey. At the beginning, Gawain is naive. He is deceived by thieves, because one who lacks experience becomes easy prey for those who wish to exploit his weakness. With the episode of the decapitated woman's ghost, Gawain learns virtue, helping without expecting anything in return. In the Lord's castle, he learns to master his impulses and to resist temptation. However, the final episode is more problematic. After renouncing his mother's overprotection, symbolized by the enchanted belt, Gawain chooses death. He abandons the artifice that prevented him from dying in order to become a true knight and accept his fate as a man. But why choose death after seeing his future? Because that future is dark? If so, is his gesture not less a sacrifice than a personal choice in favor of what seems preferable to him? In his vision, at least one of his children, his daughter, survives. Is the continuation of his lineage not a sufficient reason to keep living? Does this ending not raise a moral problem? Is it not, in a way, an encouragement toward death? A death that, in my view, is not fully justified, even if it is heroic. Because to accept death is also to leave the world to one's enemies. So why die even to honor a promise? To demonstrate courage? To secure the renown of one's tribe? Perhaps.